Ladies and gentlemen, what'd you say?
I'll be away for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Micah will be back in just a moment. I am going to go over here and just sneak around the corner. I saw, as I got started, this truck. I don't think the ice breaks in Alaska, if I'm not mistaken. It stays all... Oh, have they changed it over to the American ink? Is this a mission now? Oh, no, wait, this is not an ink. This is a Paystar. I'm Bennett from Alaska Silver Extraction. The service trailer in our convoy is stuck. So that is not what I thought it was. I thought that was going to be... I know the ink is hidden around here somewhere. Well, let's push on forward since we're already back here in the muck. I just realized I didn't pop my chat out. Give me 1 second, folks, to pop that out to the main screen. What's up, babe?
I said, ew.
Ew, what?
Look.
What, is it Jawa?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally teasing you, Jawa. Ew, it's Jawa!
No, seriously, look.
Welcome to the chat room, Jay. Ew, what is that?
It's lobster.
Ew.
Wait, no, wait, babe.
Was it live?
Babe.
Wait, okay, I'm streaming and recording here. Back at it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you, but ew.
I don't know why people eat lobster. I don't. I mean, I think most people probably do like it. I don't get it.
I love prawns and shrimp.
No, none of it. Shellfish in general. Blech.
Oh, let me see it. I love prawns.
Any animal whose skeleton's on the outside is an insect. You might as well eat, like, stink bugs and ants. And caterpillars.
See, I like shrimp. I like octopus.
I know they're not bugs. I know. But they look like bugs. You said actually they are bugs?
Yeah.
They're bugs of the sea. They're sea critters. Ew. Monsieur Micah, how are you today? I'll go get the far one since I already headed that way if you want to get the nearer one. Aye. Caution, water over road. I'm going to ignore that caution. Oh, thanks, Jay. It was not on purpose not to. Well, I got through the water and then got promptly stuck on top of this stupid road sign. Seriously? I'm still stuck on it. Oh my gosh. This map is smaller, isn't it? All right, where are we going? I'm going to go straight and then to the right and then left.
I'm sorry, buddy. Did you get unstuck?
I'm unstuck. I drove over a road sign and it just, it, what do you call it? Like, it got between my wheels and I couldn't get any wheels on the ground. I got high-centered and a road sign nonetheless.
I think that road to your right is... Is it blocked? Maybe that one's not blocked. One of them's blocked.
Nothing's blocked when you have the Teterin. What's up, Dee Dee? How are you? All right, there's a big underpass.
Take your first left. And there should be...
There's something up here. Uh-oh.
I think there's a... I think it's an upgrade kit behind one of the houses, I think. Maybe it's a different house.
No, there's something behind this house. Let's see. Yeah, there's an upgrade.
Yep, okay, that's the house, yeah.
What's up, Gwyn? Oh, there will be. Not sure yet when, DD. This week's going to be kind of busy because it's Easter week. Yeah, another engine. Go figure. My son's girlfriend is also in town from Ireland, so we're going to have a busy week of visiting people and band practice and all that good stuff. So I'm not quite sure when that's going to, if and when I can fit it in. Probably next week, Dee, if I'm honest and realistic about the things that are about to happen. I've also got several photo shoots this week, which is great because I haven't had any at all. So I will happily take the work. So we are continuing tonight in Alaska. I'm hoping to have... This map shouldn't take too long to unlock. It's a pretty small map. There you go, Gwyn. I hear my wife typing like a fiend behind me. I'm not sure what she's working on. Are you chatting with Emily, honey?
I'm signing into something.
Oh. She's signing into something? Ah, The Sims. She's been watching Sims videos all day, which means she's now inspired. Which is, I love The Sims. It's a great game. I never really did it on my channel. I wish I would have done more. I will definitely be doing it when the next one comes out. Oh my gosh.
What?
I have the post-dinner yawns. Let's see here. There's a fuel carrier trailer. We don't really need that yet. We can leave that be. How's your trek going, Mr. Micah?
I just got across the river.
Good evening. Was it a trick? Or a trek?
No, it's easy.
Or triumph? Good evening, Phantom 5.
Ow.
So I did a thing last night. Probably pretty stupid. But I had fun doing it. My wife, about 2 years ago, bought me a copy of the game Borderlands 3. And I've been playing through Borderlands 2 with John. For those of you that follow the channel, you'll know we talk about Saturday nights I play Borderlands with John. I've even done a stream here of it, and nobody watched, so I didn't bother doing that again. But he and I have been having fun playing it, and I thought, it'd be fun to try. I played that stupid game till like 5 o'clock in the morning. I could not stop playing. It's excellent. I love it. I'm hooked. Have you played it before, Mike?
Yeah, I never got to finish it though.
You'll have to bring. What level is your character?
Oh, I don't know. It's on Xbox.
Oh, so it's probably not cross-play, is it? Now, did you like it?
Oh, always loved Borderlands. I'm doing Tiny Tina's right now.
Yeah, I'm going to do that eventually. I'm going to wait till it goes on sale. But that's on the list. But yeah, it is phenomenal. The graphics are so crazy, and the bosses, they're fun. They're annoying at times too, but they are fun. The bosses are insane. Let's see. Ooh, that's cool, spiral stairs. Horizon 2, what is that? I don't know what that is. Like, what series is that? Like Forza Horizon 2, or just...
I think it's a dinosaur game.
Is it? If
If it's that PlayStation one.
Okay. If that's what the newest greatest thing is. There you go, Spiral. I need to get a webcam so I can do these Lego videos.
Yeah, and we can see you while you're doing the games.
Did you bring your webcam over, honey, or no?
No. You don't need a webcam because she was one of the DSLRs.
It doesn't. There's too hard to set up. They're a pain in the butt. They are.
Too lazy to set up.
It's called Horizon: The Forbidden West. Can I repair? Can I refill? No. There you go. What's up, IROC? It's a post-apocalyptic game with giant machines.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty
Some look
interesting.
like dinosaurs and stuff.
Oh, they look like, okay. It sounds
Some
pretty.
of them, I think.
It sounds pretty cool.
It looks good.
The Logitech C920. A new mission discovered. Bricks in the river. Let's see what else is here. That's a pretty bay. It's on sale, so why not? Well, there you go, spiral stairs. That'll be fun. Some animal-inspired looking machines. $12 amps of... I have no idea. That's, you have to talk to an electrician about that. 12 amps of current. I mean, that's a pretty big amp load. Buffalo and Rhino machines. Do you think we'll get there at the same time? Where did you go? Did you? Oh, you found out that was not the correct way, didn't you?
Me?
Yeah, was that not the correct way? You have to go around?
No, I'm trying to find this one that's by the water. There we go.
Oh, did you unlock the turret already?
Turret.
The towers.
No. This is a really important one here. High range.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't like it, but this is what the that's what that one rear that one gearbox I like on these all-wheel drive all the time, and
high range.
yeah, with diff locks on all the time.
Hello, Louis. Hello, Didi. Hello, party time. And IROC says, so 10 or 12 gauge. Okay, 10 being the larger, correct? The lower the number, the bigger the gauge, I think is how that works. Arthur is sleepy. He played too many video games last night and stayed up too late. He has got nothing done important. But we did a bunch of stuff yesterday, so we got all the bunnies moved out of the house. And the house mostly clean. Hopefully enough that I can do a Lego video. I decided I'm just probably going to do video unless my wife will assist me in getting the webcam working. It's probably just going to be video instead of streaming it. But it'll be available on YouTube, so. Zero gauge is stupid thick. Probably what we use for like the hot tub.
Ah!
That thing takes so much electricity. New objective, working stiff. So, Mr. Micah, do you want to go after that? Since you're going after the upgrades, do you want me to work on that other tower?
No, it's okay. I mean, I just got another engine. Where are you at?
I am on the other side. I just unlocked a tower.
Oh, you're way up there already. Oh, you missed that one upgrade.
Where?
Okay, I'll go get it. It's down by the water.
Really? I went all the way along? Huh.
No, well, I think...
Oh, you're right.
that's
You're right. There's one. There's
Yeah.
like I forgot. Yep.
It's really tricky to get.
It's by those rocks. It's in the shadow still, right?
Yeah, it's still in the
I
shadow.
forgot about that. Yep. And I drove right past it too.
Why don't you work on bringing the cat down? Grab that mission working stiff, and you just got to tow the cat to the sawmill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did it with this truck, but it was difficult.
Okay.
So
Hi,
I'll go get
Graylin.
that other upgrade while you're doing that.
Okay. Hello, Graylin. You have the ACT tomorrow? Well, expect it to be a test. There'll be lots of questions, and you'll be fine. Hi, EJT. How's it going? Because you are smart, Louis. You will do just fine. So you sure that needs to come down?
Yeah, to the sawmill. Just grab the mission working stiff, and they'll ask you to tow it to the sawmill, and then it'll be yours. And there's a repair trailer down that way that we can use to repair it if we need to.
It's not showing me where to go. Hold on. Working stiff. There we go. Why won't it let me activate it? The frick? Start tracking. Okay. Oh. It needs parts and stuff first.
Don't you have parts?
No.
Now, do you need the part? Can you just repair the suspension and then bring it down?
It doesn't show me where it needs to be. I have to restore it before it'll show me. Oh, okay. So just bring it.
Bring it towards the sawmill. If you
Okay.
just bring it down to the sawmill where I'm at,
Yep.
then I'll grab that trailer
Okay. We should be fine.
and bring it out.
Yeah, this is. They also use it for a fuel truck, and we'll use it for logging too, Louis.
I love that thing, but the only thing that sucks about it is you can't go in any water.
Right. Yeah, it's the same as this kind of. It doesn't have a very deep. You can go in some water, but
Your vehicle is supposed to be amphibious.
I know that's frustrating.
Yeah.
But
But I don't think they could figure out how to get the vehicles to float properly. All right, there we go.
I think I'm coming the right way. I don't know for sure. It looks like okay. Yep. We're good. This should take us right down to the sawmill. Unfortunately, I don't have a repair truck with me.
You're bringing it that way? You're crazy.
Well, what other way would I bring it?
It's all right.
Is there another way?
No, that's fine. I'd bring it down the main road.
Does it? Oh, I see what you're saying. Like I could have gone to the left. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think your attachment will handle that. That's not a problem, I don't think. I was trying to tow it with this thing.
Anything is possible, Graylin. Yeah, we can definitely do that. I know we're gonna try to do a mud runner like old run. It wasn't that bad. Is that the sawmill behind you?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you with the trailer and everything. Where did you find that?
It's around the corner. So let me repair you.
I need no repair.
You're good?
I'm good.
All right, that's repaired. Now you can activate the mission while I refuel it.
Sweet. Okay, so now deliver to the sawmill, which is what we're about to do.
I'll just leave this repair trailer here.
Sorry, I'm slipping a little bit. It's icy.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Are they doing they're doing it for the PS5? All right. Do you want me to get the 5070 and bring it over here too?
5070?
Yeah, since we already got the map unlocked that quick. While you go look, there's a 5070 too that needs a save.
On this map?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 5070. I was gonna say, if you want to go get the Yank, we can go get the Yank as soon as we're done with this map.
I'm in this truck. I can't. It's not dry. Oh, it's a neutral. That's why. Oh, yeah. Wait, what else do you want me to get? The Yank?
Oh, the Yank's in the next map.
Okay.
I was saying, I think there's still another lighthouse needs to get undone.
Is there?
Yeah, it's in the middle of the map. I didn't get it.
We got it. We got it. Okay. Yeah. Let me park this here.
I think this is probably just some stupid engine. No, it's the Lodestar's suspension.
Oh, cool. Okay. Don't we already have that? Oh, no, we don't. We don't. Okay, so I'm going to go get that tower, which the road for that runs along the pipeline, it looks like, and then goes left. So
Pipeline is very low to the ground, so the only way to bypass is on the road. So you want to go, yeah, that way, and then take a right.
So far, Louis, this handles the snow and ice with no problem.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. Are you talking about the Caterpillar? Or are you talking about this? And we'll see, Graylin. I'll talk to you about it. We have right now 3 primaries that play on here, and then there's a 4th spot. I need people that are it's got to be a weekly. Well, we'll see. I hadn't thought necessarily about expanding this one out to multiplayer because we do a lot of other multiplayer games, but I don't. Because this game is such a limited multiplayer list, I don't usually open it up to other people, so we'll talk about it. But hey, what's up, JJ? The cat. Okay, all right. Did I go the right way? Yes, I did, and it's going to be to the left. Look, Mike has already been through these maps. He knows where everything is. He's rocking it. Next convoy should be Thursday night, JJ. Unless something comes up with my son, because, like I said, his girlfriend's in town from Ireland. With it being Easter week, we're really not that busy, actually. That's awesome, Gwen. He's like, present time. Oh, there's that weird texture thing. Somebody said I forget, they changed it by fixing their shadows. Hang on, let's see. Settings. I forget. Fidelity X.
Oh, there is one more upgrade. There it is.
There we go.
Now, if you don't want to worry about that upgrade, you can come straight towards me and go to the next valley, because we have to come back and go to White Valley after we're done getting the yank.
I mean, I was gonna go finish, since I'm here. I was gonna go finish that mission, this trucking mission right here. Service convoy. I'm taking the service truck to the hub.
Okay.
And then we can get that part, and then we'll move on to the next map.
So do you want me to drive the cat back to the warehouse, or I mean the place where you upgraded the garage?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to go all the way back. Why don't you just drive it? Why don't you just drive it to the tunnel? For now, like the entrance, and then we can, when we're done scouting, we can bring in all those trucks. Hi, Zor. Yes, that's correct. Zor Shakes. Yes, American Truck Simulator is open to anyone that wants to join, as long as you get in early into the convoy. The problem that we've been having lately is that the convoys are so busy that people are not getting in, because there's just so many people trying to get in. So just be aware of that. Hey, Thomas, thank you for offering. I get probably 3 or 4 offers. We have for the hardcore mode, we have a very limited amount of people that we have that are on. They're people that are familiar with what we've been doing, and so I appreciate the offer. At some point, we will do some multiplayer stuff that'll be open. I know we've talked about doing like a mud runner off-road climb, like for fun. Yes, and I will let you know the password the night of, JJ. It changes when we do the multiplayer American Truck Sim. But yeah, so we'll let you know, Thomas, as that comes up. We will be doing multiplayer. But for the hardcore, since we're doing this for YouTube, once or twice we've opened it up to a bunch of people, and it just went crazy, and things got broken and damaged, and it's so we try to really kind of, there's a select group of people that know how to do it that we're allowing on, and then that's about as open as it gets. Plus, this game is not necessarily like massively multiplayer, so it's like there's only room for 3 or 4 people, so then everybody wants to get in, and so there you go, Zor. Well, welcome aboard. Hey, what's up, Patchwork? So hopefully, thank you for understanding. I know sometimes it sounds like I'm a butt, because I'm like, no. But we've learned from doing it, there's a rhythm that works with certain games. Now, we do offer lots of multiplayer opportunities. We do American Truck Simulator on Thursdays. That's multiplayer. On Tuesdays, we do Railroads Online. That is also open multiplayer. On Fridays, we do our Calmston farm. Or, when we're done with that farm, whatever farm we're doing with Farm Sim, that is our multiplayer night. So those are 3 opportunities during the week for you to play with us multiplayer. We may be adding some other stuff. Kyle and I have been talking about doing some Star Trek Online. Also talking about doing maybe Arma. So there will be other future possibilities for you guys to join us online too. So, but we do try to, honestly, there you go, Zor. We really do try to make it so that everybody has an opportunity to play multiplayer with us. And we do it with a lot of different games, just not this one. So, long explanation for short answer. I'm really good at doing that. Yeah, okay, so we're doing this. Micah?
Yeah.
I love this truck.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome.
Hey, Key Hook. Yeah, it just goes. Like, there's really nothing. I'm like, oh, I need to go over here. No problem. Just go over there. I need to go over here. No problem. I just go over there.
Until you get the rocks. Wait till you get the rocks, you'll be like, okay.
Yeah, then the rocks. Yeah, that's like, where's my Jeep? Oh, good, JJ. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. learning that is a little bit of that's really how they shift in real life, and it was good to learn how to do the different modes. I sat down and talked with the trucker, Jesse Wines, who, if you look on my channel under the American Truck Stream, he actually let me sit in. He went for a ride in his truck and let me sit in there with him. And oh, there you go, JJ. And he showed me how they shift properly. So I learned how to do the 18 speeds from him. But anyway, on the ATS video series, you'll actually see a video of his truck, or one of the trucks he was riding in. So, yeah, this does not do well on rocks at all. So.
And nice,
yeah. Yeah, and that's why. I mean, it's not. We always have good people on here. I don't want to say I've rarely ever had it. There's Taylor. Taylor was one of the guys that I was talking about. He's been on, so we let him on. Yeah, if you want, Tay, that'd be awesome.
He's been on, so we let him on.
Yeah, it does. It sounds funny. Fear. The two guys I was talking about are Tayloa and Fear. Those are the two guys that come in. So there you go. But because they know what we're doing. Anyway, you're like, oh great, so sure he gets to come in. Hey Everest, what's going on? Doing good, thank you. I just bashed their truck. Whoops. All right, now I'm gonna go get that part unless Mike has gotten it already.
No, I didn't get it. I left it.
Okay. So when you say the flying game, there's a bunch of different flying games that I play. Which one are you talking about? You talking about Flight Sim 2020? Well, that you know what I mean, Taylor. Always taking the words out of my mouth and making them sound different than they are. So I need to get the. So are we ready to go to White Valley, and do we want to go the other way to go there? Where are you?
I'm in Pedro Bay.
Oh, so we should go there next, you think?
Yeah, because that's where the Yank is. We'll get the Yank.
The Yankee. Yankee.
Yeah.
Fleety is doing good. Well, there you go, Zor. Glad to hear it. Yeah, Fear knows a previous incident with the Lodestar and a fuel tank that he did not find. No, he's back. He is back now, Louis. Because we're this far in the game, he's got all the stuff. So he's back. Yeah, Flight Sim is freaking amazing. But I don't do a lot of video with it. Because, yeah, I'm actually surprised Fear's not here tonight. Usually he joins us, but he's one of the...
You know what? You switched the nights.
I told him, though.
Well, he might have forgot.
Yeah, maybe he forgot. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, Flight Sim, yeah. So I do the Flight Sim, and actually Flight Sim would be fun because you could do pretty hefty multiplayer stuff with Flight Sim. I don't know that there's a limit to how many people can be on together, but no one watches it. It's like I try to do it. When I stream Flight Sim, I get maybe like 15 viewers. So and when I put the videos on YouTube, I get maybe 200 views. I mean, it takes a lot of work to make videos and stuff, and so if people aren't going to watch it, I'm not going to bother. So I sure do, JJ. I've been playing for about 36 years, and I still play pretty much once every couple days. I pick the old guitar up and play. I play at church, so I have to stay frosty because I have to learn new stuff all the time, which is good, actually. It keeps me on my toes. There you go, Louie. You said that's 3 less than I have now. No, I got 30 right now. Yes, I do, Gwen. They're pretty funny, actually. All right, so are you spanking the Ank?
No, I'm waiting for you. I didn't want to go too far.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, your truck is
Now,
so much
do you
faster.
want me to go get the Yank, and you start hitting the towers and stuff?
Yeah, I'll hit the towers and stuff if you want to get the Ank. Wow.
Start with the towers directly south of you, and then work your way counterclockwise around the map. And then I'll work my way clockwise.
I can. Okay, that sounds good. So wait, say that again. Go which way? Go counterclockwise. Like go left here.
Go counter. Yep. Go counterclockwise.
Okay.
And I'll go clockwise.
Yeah, I'm okay at singing. I don't love singing, but I can. I wouldn't say that I can play anything. I can play most things. Is Game Pass worth it? What are we talking? Micah says yes. I don't usually do Game Pass stuff, so I don't know. So, what's up, Blade?
You can always stop it.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at singing. I've recorded albums and I know how to do it. I don't necessarily. That's not my favorite thing to do. And my voice, as I've gotten older, is it's not reliable. Sometimes I can really sing very well, and other times I can't hit the notes. It just won't do what I want it to do. So,
Hey, watermelon.
Moni says she has proof.
She has proof.
Yeah. If you want to hear, actually, so there's a song on when Mr. Micah and I did our first Grandpa's Farm video on what do you call it?
Cousin's farm.
Yeah, the Cousins Farm.
Elm Creek.
On Elm Creek. The song on there, that's me singing. I played guitar. I wrote the song, played guitar, sang on it. Oh, it's an older song. It's from maybe like 10 years ago. Let's see. And it was more of a joke song. I was kind of making fun of Creed. But it came out good. It was funny. She drives on the wrong side of the road. You would rather strap yourself in the... Well, how do you stab yourself in the eye? Yeah, so that's me singing and playing guitar, JJ, and bass. The only thing I don't play is drums. I use loops for that. I did, Keyhook. I was watching the videos that they show. They've only shown one preview video of the game, but it looks really good. I definitely will get it. I've already applied for a free copy to see if I can't get early access. But they're not that far yet, I don't think. So anyway, if you like the music that's in my videos, any music that you hear in any of my videos over all the years that I've been doing this, that's all my music. That's guitar, like I played guitar on it, and I do all my own bumper music. So I don't get copyright struck. That's why I do it. So the benefit of getting games off of Steam is that when you log into Steam, you have access to all your video games. You don't have to go flying looking for a disc. You don't have to get them. You don't have to. If you get a new computer, you just log into Steam and download the games that you want to play. And if you're not playing a game and you need room on your hard drive, you can just delete it off your hard drive, but you still own it. So like 10 years later, if you decide you want to play, whatever game it is, you can always re-download it and reinstall it and play it. Nice job, Micah. So to me, the big thing with Steam is the ability to hold your whole library of games all in one place. And if you have two computers, you can log into one computer, and then I've got my laptop, and I have access to all my games from my laptop. So to me, that's the big benefit. Plus, Steam does a pretty good job with most games work well with the synchronized saves. So, you have all your save games and everything. You don't have to really think about anything. You just go from one computer to the next and play. And that's the whole idea behind it. Now, some games, like Farm Sim, I wanted separate games on my laptop, so I would turn that stuff off. Anything here exciting? Doesn't look like it. Didn't really see any upgrades either, so. There we go, Everest. Yeah. No, that's never happened. I've never, ever, ever had Steam once you own a game, the agreement is that you own that game. A manufacturer can't say, hey, we sold a game through Steam and we're no longer selling it through Steam. Even if they no longer sell the game through Steam, you still have access to the game. That's part of the deal. I've been using Steam for, well, at least 15 years, I think. And there's no, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but I've never lost a game. So, oh, that's cool, JJ. It's going to be coming soon, so. Yeah, and if your hard drive nukes itself too, like Louis said, you not only have your games back, but you usually have your save games too, so. Microsoft Flight Sim takes up an egregious amount of space. My only complaint is with Flight Sim. I'm super unhappy with the marketplace right now because when I go to play the game, something in my marketplace is crashing my game, and I have to play it half the time. I have to play it in safe mode, and I can't use. I've spent probably a good $200 or $300 in the marketplace on other aircraft and upgraded airports and stuff like that, and half the time I can't use them. Sometimes they load, sometimes they won't, but that's really frustrating. And it's like without me sitting there and actually going through each one of the like 80 or 100 that I have, it's like I don't know which one's causing the trouble, but it's just really frustrating, and I'm kind of upset with that. That's nothing to do with Steam, though, but I've never experienced that. Maybe it happens, Gwen, but I've never. I don't think that can happen. It transfers everything. That's Microsoft's problem. Yeah, for sure. If they take games off, you can still pay for them monthly.
Well, the way Game Pass works is you can play the games that come on there for free, and then when the game leaves Game Pass, you can buy it for like 20% off or something like that. So
to keep using it?
To keep using it, yeah.
And that's Xbox, right?
Right, that's Xbox and PC. So what's nice about that is you can try games for free all you want.
Okay.
$15 a month. So you're not shelling out 50. Well, on Xbox they're around 50 to 60 bucks. So.
Let me see what this is here. I know, Taylor, I like the hours thing. That's like when my friend told me all the stuff that he had in Skyrim. He's like, oh, yeah, I got this and the magic wand of, wandering, and I got this blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, you got to have like 100 plus hours in the game. He's like, no. He's one of those kids that, like, he was a pastor's kid. And, of course, the pastor always, tries to make the kids feel bad about, playing video games. Because that's what pastors do, because video games are evil. So he's always like, no, man, like 20 hours. I'm like, Matthew, I want you to go home, and I want you to, look at the hours, that you have where it says, save game, because that'll tell you how many hours you've played when you save it. So he went into the game, and he came back the next week. He's like, yeah, 240. And I was like, I told you.
Now divided by 24. That's how many days you sat there in front of that monitor.
Yeah, I still have Skyrim. I play it occasionally. Is it Microsoft's problem? Yes. Do they care? No. Yeah, Microsoft doesn't care. So that frustrates me a little bit because I have some really, in fact, my favorite airplanes in Flight Sim are non-Microsoft airplanes. They've got some of the better airplanes are the non-Microsoft ones. So it's a little frustrating that I can't use them, but I have a Piper Archer 3. That's my favorite. Is it 2 or 3? I think it's Piper Archer 3, and that's my all-time favorite airplane. And it's an add-on. But I just like it's a good balance of general aviation, and yet it's a fairly fast little airplane. Nothing fancy. Doesn't have a turbo or anything. It's good for flying like over Michigan and Ohio and stuff. Yep. I have, I think, 700 plus hours in Flight Sim. It was a shocker to me to find out that I have over 3,000 hours in the Hunter. But then I realized a lot of times I have coffee in the morning and I'll play the Hunter and I'll just sit there and drink my coffee and hunt animals. So that's probably where that adds up, because that's like my morning ritual.
So you start your day out drinking coffee and killing innocent
Kill
animals?
Yeah, little bunny rabbits. Here,
You
bunny,
murderer.
bunny. Hey, meat is murder. So if I have to murder to get meat,
Not
then
the meat I eat. It comes out of a can.
tofu. Yeah, the Hunter is a time killer. I do agree. Hey, we'll see you, Graylin. Have a good night. Yeah, but it is funny. Ooh, raised for what trucks?
The Royal BM.
So, the bowel movement just got a lift.
Yeah.
Upgrade location discovered. Oh, it's right to my right. Oh, look at that. How easy is that? It's so funny. People come on at 10 o'clock at night. Like, we've been on since 9. And it seems like we get a lot of people coming in. The Ank, I just got it raised, by the way.
Sweet.
What is the desktop app? I don't even know what that is, Tayloa. They're abandoning the desktop app. I don't know what that is. I don't use a desktop app. I go to the web and log into Twitch. Do they actually have like a desktop thingy? There you go, Lori. Well, that's a very normal thing. That's a very normal thing. That's a natural doggy instinct. I don't know. I'm sad to hear that, but I don't know how that would affect me. But why do you need an app? It's Windows. Twitch. The fact that you have to tell me, a streamer, that Twitch has an app, that's a problem right there. I don't really use apps on my computer because it's not a phone. That's one of those things that they tried to make us do with Windows 8, and I just still haven't gotten the idea.
I know. I always consider them programs.
Right.
Applications.
Right. They've tried to make the ouch.
Sure.
They've tried to make the computer more phone-like by adding apps and all this other garbage, and I'm like, I don't want to use that. I just use the programs that I use. That's why I have a computer. Well, it's an application, but it's designed to be like a phone app, not apt. And so I refuse because I'm a jerk. I absolutely refuse to do that. What is this? There's a Scout on here too. Is that ours or is that just for?
What?
What is that for?
Oh, that you can turn it in for tow it.
Okay, so we're just gonna leave it for now.
Yeah.
Right, I just go to install the actual program. Right, because it doesn't seem like the apps ever work anyway. Does anybody actually use them and have them work? To me, they always felt like clunky and they never worked all the way anyway. It's just like, well, I'll just use the program because it has all the features. Why bother with the app? Because it's like a clipped version. Sorry, I'm too old school.
If you highlight the mission, explore the mountain peak.
Yeah.
If you want, the last upgrade is up there with that mission.
Oh, all right.
But
is it near where I'm at or no?
It's back towards the beginning.
Okay, so explore.
Mountain Road. The Mountain Road. It's called the mission.
The Mountains Road.
Yep.
Oh, where am I right now? Okay, it's over by the Enki. But is that by where we came in, or that's?
Yeah. right where we came in.
No, it's the opposite end. How do I start it? Or do I go over there?
No, select it. You got it in the.
Yeah, it's not letting me do anything with it, though.
Not letting you track it, huh?
No.
It should be in the list.
It's in the list, but it's not. Hang on.
No, not that list. The other list.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll go get it. Woof. You know, the Windows Store apps, yeah, they never work. My truck needs to be fixed. I broke it. Yeah, I used to have. I had a dog named Saber that was a husky mix, and man, that dog. One time, he saw a squirrel. I was walking him, and he went after the squirrel, and I got my foot went into the neighbor's lawn. They had done that edging along the edge, and my foot went down into the edging spot and got caught, and I fell over because I tripped, and he dragged me all the way across the neighbor's lawn. And I mean, this was a good like half an acre yard, and he dragged me the whole way up. And I didn't want to let him go because I was afraid if I let him go, he would never. He was, you know, a pretty wild dog, and he would never come back if he got loose. So I just held on for dear life, and I was able to hang on to him, but that was a scary moment. The Ninja Turtles Cowabunga. No, I've never been a big Ninja Turtles fan. I'm sorry. I know it's probably offensive to many. How do I just go across the water here?
You got to go back the way you came in.
This looks pretty deep. I just discovered an upgrade location, or you did. Ooh, advanced special.
Yeah, you went by it. You didn't even know it.
Jeez. I'm glad you've... How would anybody ever know this stuff?
Well,
yeah. Definitely had some raspberries. I'm sorry, what did you say, Mr. Micah?
I've done this map like 4 times, so I know which ones I've missed.
One time, my friend Brian was mowing the lawn, and he wanted to mow my lawn. He's like, I love mowing the lawn. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, dude. Like, I'll mow it. And I'm like, all right. This is when we were young, you know. So he went out there and he's mowing the lawn, and all of a sudden he ran over a bee's nest, and
oh no,
the bees all came flying out, and oh God. He was like, ah! So we had to get him an EpiPen because he got stung all over. He's like, I'm deadly allergic to bees. I'm like, what? He was all right, though.
That happened to me on my dirt bike.
This Scout doesn't honestly really have very many upgrades to do. I can't think of anything that it has that's a big upgrade aside from like upgraded lights and stuff like that. This truck is pretty much a WYSIWYG.
Which way do I go from here?
I think I might have played it for a little while, and I did not have a Game Genie, so I didn't beat it. I had one of those controllers, the NES Advantage, I think it was called. It was like a big joystick controller that sat on a tabletop, and it had like a joystick and then like 2 really huge buttons. And there was a turbo mode on those buttons, and that would make it a little bit easier you could hit that. I think it also had a slow-mo mode, which would make basically press the pause button super quick just so you could slow it down. But the turbo buttons made it so that it would just hit the buttons, and you could actually adjust the speed of the turbo, so you could slow it up or speed it down to make it work with different games, and that was pretty neat. I really liked that joystick. That thing, I think my mom paid like $100 for that joystick back in the 80s. That was a lot of money for a joystick, but it was worth it.
I think minimum wage back then was like what, $5.
Yeah.
So if you think about, you know, how many hours it took you to make $100.
No, what the turbo did, Louis, is it pressed the buttons really fast. So you could turn turbo on for A or B, whichever one needed repeating. So if you're running and shooting, it would be like it would just keep shooting as fast as possible. And so you'd hold the button down instead of having to hit it really fast.
So what needs done?
Hey, Taylor, do you want to come to Pedro Bay and grab the Yank and drive it?
Yeah, just jump into the Yank. You should be able to just jump into it.
Yank. Let me see.
Are you already going up the hill, Mike, or am I going up?
It just depends. I mean, if you want to risk that thing going up the hill, you can. But I think the truck would actually be better.
Okay, I'll let you go up.
Yeah, it's not letting me jump into any of the trucks on Pedro Bay.
The Yank, it won't?
No.
Here, I'll tell you what. You see my crocodile?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can jump in the Yank. Alright, grab the crocodile and go up the top of that mountain and get a...
Okay, yeah, it lets me jump into that. That was weird.
Oh my gosh, the whole I remember the power mat. And the power gloves. Yeah, the power glove.
I'm going... Yeah. Where are we taking this?
Going up on that mountain. See where the mountain peak? You're going to go up there. There's a upgrade and the mission... highlight the one mission called the Mountains Road. Sorry. The Mountains Road, and then there's a mission up there.
That's right, Gwen.
Oh, on top of the little peak here with the antenna. Yeah, it's all, for whatever reason, it's dark on my end, but yeah, I'll go ahead up there. I can see the road that goes up and around there.
Where am I? That's the gateway to Mountain River. There's a trailer there that's not fuel. I've got fuel in my pack. So I'm just going to go by the exit then, I guess, and wait.
Well, I would stay down at the bottom of the mountain just in case Taylor might just roll off.
Wee!
It's that bad up there, huh? I've never been on this map before, so... At all, so...
It should be okay as long as you take it easy. But
right.
That truck can bounce and...
flip.
Yeah.
The fuel tank is great, but it does make it a little bit bouncy.
Ooh, and this is a pretty narrow road up here. Holy Moses. Oh, boy, are we sure this isn't a scout road?
Oh, it's a scout road, but you have the smallest truck. That truck is only a little bit bigger than the Jeep. I mean, it's not a very big scout.
I've made it up there with that truck before. So
okie dokie. You'll say so. Alright, we're going into... Hold on. Handbrake. We're going to just put this thing in low and creep up there.
Don't do it, Louis. Don't do it.
Well, it's especially hard, too, because it's dark and I can't see much. The lights are just bouncing off the rocks and glaring right back at me.
Right, it's better just shut the lights off.
I'm
Shut
thinking
the
so.
lights off.
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Thank you. Oh, and then the beautiful sky in the background, I can actually see that. It's actually really nice.
Cool, JJ. LL Cool JJ.
So what is this? Is this supposed to be Alaska? Is this the Alaska maps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been to these ones.
Oh, this has been paused the whole time. I never took it off. Well, basically, what did they miss? We were waiting for you to come down the... all you did was come down the mountain, right? And we drove back. So we really haven't done anything aside from... we're heading over to White River for those of you on YouTube. I apologize. But we're just driving back. So nothing,
YouTube missed a bunch.
Yeah, nothing exciting happened there, though, really. It was just us driving back. So... And I'm going to pause it again because just remind me, Taylor, to start it again when you get here.
Road.
All right, so we got the last upgrade. And I'm about to go to the last map here, guys. For those of you on YouTube, I forgot to press the button again. Taylor basically fixed me, and then I came up this hill and got an upgrade, and that's all we've done. But I'm going back down the hill because I don't have chains on my tires. Wow.
Locked tunnel discovered.
I can't get up the hill.
Put your tires in the
I got
gravel
it.
on the side.
Yeah, I got it. The front gripped and the back slid around, and that got me in the direction I needed to go. Good night, Everest.
So you said across the bridge and then to the left?
Take a left, yeah.
Here we are in
And
White
the
Valley,
road takes you down.
home of the C-127. Oh, I see somebody driving off in the distance there. Do do do. So anyway, I had a lot of fun playing Borderlands 3 last night.
I love Claptrap. Calls the people meat sacks. Come on, meat sack.
Come on, meat sack. Did you okay, so I didn't ask you this. Did you buy that van new or did you get it used? No, Cameo.
Oh, Cameo.
He was worried about the Dodge thing. If you got it new, you should be fine.
I think he said new to him.
Okay, new to him. Okay.
Yeah, new to him. He said it was a 2017, so it's not new.
Oh, 2017. Okay, all right.
I think that was Cameo, so it was 2017.
Oh, there's
Somebody
plenty
said
of
that.
room for kids and dogs, babe. No, the truck will have more room. I think you're right about that. We'll have to see what.
Yeah.
We'll have to
probably.
see with the seats up. We'll have to see.
Well, it
'cause
depends. What is it? Which truck is it?
It's a Yukon Denali from 2005.
Oh, okay, yeah, then it probably will. Yeah. Because that's the bigger one. If it was like the Tahoe, then no, the Tahoe is shorter than the
No,
minivans.
yeah, it's a.
But
it's
yeah,
a,
the
it's a
Yukon Denali is
9-seater, I think.
Well, and that's the other thing with most of the vans. You get more passenger space in that truck because the vans are only 7.
Yeah.
Usually, because they don't. Very few have like a bench in the front, or even a bench in the middle. Now it's like 2, 2, and 3.
Do you guys want me to get Pluck the Stuck truck? That's ours, isn't it?
Pluck the stuck truck.
Well, you can try and pull it, but I would pull it down the river. Don't try and pull it back up the hill.
Oh, okay.
Because it's heavy.
That's okay. I'm just sliding off the bridge right now, trying to get up the hill.
But I'm sure that thing will pull it, though.
I don't know. I can barely pull myself up. Suburban is the sky to go.
Who was saying that they were worried about the caravan malfunction or issues? Was it Cameo?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if he got it used, he just said he got it used with a little over 31,000 miles. Like, it's gonna have a good warranty yet, so
yeah,
that's good. Like, and I want to say and he got a 2017. Like, yeah, so he still got, what is it, 2022? He still got several years because they extended. There's one known issue with all those vans with that engine. It gets like a ticking noise.
Okay.
And it's a lifter issue, but that Dodge knows about it, and if it's that specific issue, it's got a 10-year, 150,000 extended warranty on that issue. So if you have that before 10 years or 150,000 miles, you can go to the dealership and get it fixed. If it's that specific ticker issue, there's other ones that pop up, but that one is a known defect with them, and so they extended the warranty. I know that because I looked into it. And all of our work vans seem to almost always get it. We were taking them back. So we kept, they would take them back right before 150,000 and get them all replaced.
Oh, there you go.
And it's a loud, annoying noise, but it doesn't always break the van. It's really weird. Like, we had some of our vans where it would, like, straight up, it got bad enough that the engine would just stop working pretty much. But then, I had a work van that ran for years, just ticked all the time. And then actually at one point it just went away on its own. Oh boy. But that's the only big known issue. And then, I mean, Chrysler transmissions, so there's that. But I mean, the thing is, like, I always hear people talk about, oh, I'm not worried. I'm so worried about Chryslers because they're not known for reliability. We had at work when I worked at ACI up in Michigan, we ran the heck out of those vans.
Yeah.
And almost none of them. Like, we had a few that had transmission issues, but like for the number that we had and the miles we put on those things, like they were actually pretty good for us. Like there was a reason we kept buying them.
Yeah.
They were cheap, and yes, a few did have issues from time to time, but for the most
yeah,
part,
you have to weigh like what the right.
And that's the thing is like, sure, could we have gotten a fleet of Toyota Siennas that are a little more reliable? Sure, but it would have cost the company way more money.
And even those have their issues. They're not perfect.
Right, and even those can have issues. So it's that's like. Well, that's like when me and my ex-wife not technically ex-wife, but anyway, when we were looking at getting a van, we looked at Toyota and Honda. I actually really wanted a Honda, the Odyssey. I really like those.
Yeah,
but like for the same price, they had like almost 100,000 miles more on them usually when we were looking at used ones.
Yeah, they cost almost as much used as they do new.
Right. I'm like, so should I was like, do I get this awesome, nice town and country that's fully loaded with everything? Or do I go and get a Toyota Sienna or Honda Odyssey that's not fully loaded and 100,000 miles more and the same price? I'm like, nah, we're just going to go with the Chrysler and just chance it. And it was actually a really good van for us. So. I'm not complaining. The town and countries are so nice.
No, I don't like the Odyssey. I could never. I've tried a bunch of different year models, and I never fit in the driver's seat.
No,
my knees are
I like
always
the way
banging
that
into
some of them look that I was looking at. We never ended up.
Yeah, they look good. My knees always bash the dashboard. Like the way that they designed the surround dash. Like
I
my
probably
legs
would have
always
had the
banging.
same problem then. So I never got the test drive one, so I didn't know that part. But yeah, I probably would have run into the same issue. Whereas the Siennas, I didn't even want to because honestly I don't like the look of them. There's a couple of year models that are so bad, but some of them, like the front end, would just look like a snubby. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not great looking, but they are really comfortable. Now with the Toyotas, they're super comfortable.
Yeah. And that is one thing, the Chrysler, for a bigger guy, for me, it being 6'1", the Chrysler Town and Country, every seat in that thing was comfortable except the driver's seat. I don't know why, but good, they did not design those driver seats for big people. I feel like I've been driving around forever and still haven't found this upgrade.
Let's see. I know, I'm trying to see, am I going the right way? Yeah, I am, okay.
I don't see anything up here on my map, but I don't see anything on my map right now. You got the watchtower. Did you get the upgrade already?
No, I didn't get the watchtower. I haven't gotten any watchtowers.
You didn't?
No.
I did.
Oh, you did.
Okay. Hi, Bin Pin. I think I said hi already, but I don't remember, so I'm saying
what am
hi
I going to get then? Did I pass it?
You can no. You need to get that tower. That tower right by you to the left has not been gotten yet.
It hasn't. Oh
no.
Okay. Oh, Mike had got a different one that just lit up some of this, but this one actually still needs stuff.
Yeah, I drove all over there, so it
was
cleared
confused
the area,
it was all...
but it's still there. Yeah.
Okay, I was confused because it was dark before, and now it's lit up. I'm like, wait a minute. But you just drove through here, that's why. But I need to still get it.
Yeah.
Way to confuse me.
Hi, Moni. Don't never shut the truck down yet. We'll never start back up in Alaska. Come on. Come on, wiggle down. Let's see. Lumber mill. Yeah, that's the way that we want to go, I think. This hasn't been too bad. What was everybody having such a hard time with dragging this way? Or did you guys actually, like, take it down the river?
I always took it down the river.
I got it up the river, like, under the pipe. And then
Well,
I've just
I
been
never dragged it with that thing. I was always using like a truck.
well, yeah, this try made a huge difference. Okay,
Oh
all right.
yeah.
Yeah, this truck sucks, but we will keep it for our use through these maps
That
anyway.
truck does not suck. That's a good truck.
It does. It's terrible. It gets stuck. I used it for a little while on Yukon for like 10 minutes, and then I'm like,
Well,
no.
was it when they had the lift? You could lift up the wheels? The mid wheels?
No, I think, I don't know. I don't
See,
remember.
that truck is really good on the one Russian map where there's a bunch of cracks in the ice you have to try to go across.
Oh, because you can put the wheels down and then
You can put the wheels down, you don't break the... It's a good truck.
I can see
It
that.
just doesn't have a very good turning radius. That's what sucks about it.
Yeah.
Trying to think of where you're coming out at.
Yeah, I've heard that. Well, diesels especially freeze. You have to heat them up before you can restart them. Yes, Mr. Michael?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna let you know when to take a right, and I'll meet you out by the road.
Might have found my new favorite Mountain Dew flavor.
Which one?
Maui Burst.
Ooh, that sounds really good. What color is it?
It's yellow. It's pineapple flavored.
Ooh, I would love that. I love pineapple.
It's so good.
Oh.
It's just like if you took pineapple juice and mixed it with Mountain Dew.
Sweet.
Mm.
Hey, there's gonna be a road up to your right.
Okay, to the right.
You're almost there.
To
Alright,
the
I got the
right.
watchtower.
To the left.
I guess I'll go work towards the next watchtower.
There you go.
You do that. You do that.
I'll do that.
If you stay on that road along the edge of the map, you'll come across another upgrade. Between
Me?
You and Arthur.
Oh,
No, Kaloa. If he comes towards
Between
us
me and Arthur.
and stays
Why-
towards the map edge, that
Uh-huh.
road, you'll come across an upgrade that's hidden back in there.
Is it the one that goes off this main road Arthur went down? The one that's like back along the
No,
pipe here?
it's the one that goes along the pipe.
Okay, that little one along the pipe there. Okay.
When
Yeah, I
you
see
eat-
there's like a little cabin back here, some trailers. It's weird that I'm not seeing it on the map. I thought it would have showed up when I got the watchtower. But...
Is that because it's acidic, Louis? Oh, I see the Ank there.
When you eat pineapple, pineapple eats you.
Pineapple is really good for you. It helps clear up the floaters in your eyes.
So should I splash it in my eyes? That sounds
No,
painful.
you eat it.
No, you
Don't
eat it.
consume it. Yeah, so go ahead and just rub it in your eyes. Go ahead and rub it in your eyes.
I don't think pineapple's acidic because
Why
I
did
have
you tell
issues
me
with
to-
acidic stuff, and on pineapple I'm fine. Unless it's just different. Like, pineapple is one of my favorite things. Like, when I go to Disney, the pineapple Dole Whip, the pineapple ice cream, that is, like, my favorite little treat there. I love pineapple juice. The only time I don't like pineapple is on my pizza. Not a pineapple on pizza.
See, now I like pineapple on ham, and they call it Hawaiian pizza. I like that.
Yeah. Like, and I've actually had it before where you, like if I put the pineapple on after the pizza's cooked, I think I would be okay with it. I don't like the cooked pineapple, and then like the juices get in the dough and like
Juicy.
But maybe I just haven't had a really good Hawaiian pizza before.
There's the spinkage. I should be all good. I don't think I need any of your
I
love.
like the juicy pineapple, not the cooked
Right, I'm
and
just gonna fix
fried
that
pineapple.
truck.
Yeah, I don't know about the dairy if it's damaged or not. I would imagine it probably was, but whoa! Sorry, I got to make like a 50-point turn. The dairy is actually making it so I can't turn.
There you go.
He's all set.
fixed.
Okay.
Now be careful with this trailer because I think it's part of a mission. So
Anything with fruit in it is healthy. That's why ice cream with fruit in it, healthy.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yep, that's how it works.
That's what I had a friend one time. She's like, ice cream isn't bad for you, is it? I'm like, yes.
Yeah, nah.
It's basically
Not if it's got
fat
fruit
and
in it.
sugar frozen.
But it's so good.
It is good. I'm not going to argue with you on that because I
It's
love.
like that episode in Seinfeld when it was like, was it frozen yogurt was fat free? They were trying to.
But it's fat
I
free.
mean, if it's fat-free frozen yogurt, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure you can do that too well. The froyo is good though.
Yeah, I might have put a little damage on it on the pipeline when I tried to drag it under. It was like blah, 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 blah.
A little. I was watching that back.
Yeah.
The thing was just going dong 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 dong.
And is this where I'm supposed to deliver it?
Yep. Yep.
Is this a garage? Is this our garage?
Yeah.
So we can get repaired and stuff here? Oh.
Garage discovered. Alright, I gotta make sure I don't miss my turn up.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I gotta go that way there. To the left. Ooh, money. Yay, I need money. I got like $6,000.
I'm going to park the Tatooine here, and I'm going to change over to the other truck. And let me put these trucks in the paint scheme, Micah.
Oh yeah, I will.
And then we can move on. Decide if do we want to take them back or
No, we'll leave them here.
yeah, just leave them here. Oh my God, this thing is so slow.
So far, I actually really like this map because it's more snow and frozen than it is muddy, getting stuck all the time.
No, I love these. I love the Alaska map. I'm the maps. Man, this thing is such a weird truck.
Like, there's some muddy spots, but they're not too bad.
Move to the garage, and it's already in really good shape. So, any free engines? Nope. High range gearbox. What do you think? On this
Is that
truck.
diff lock all the time? I would save the free range for the ink.
Okay. I don't know what this has. Hang on.
Oh, let me get in your Tatron. Won't let me get in it.
Balanced.
There we go.
So just leave it balanced then. I am going to put off-road tires on it though. Does that sound good?
I would just leave it the way it is.
Oops.
For now?
Unless you have any free upgrades. If you have some free upgrades, it's different.
Nah,
But I
it
would
doesn't.
just leave it.
Okay.
Because we're not going to use it for a while.
Wait, what did I just do?
Now the ink, on the other hand, we'll probably use that.
I'm going to do that though because we will use those.
Because if worst comes to worst, well, we might end up selling that thing if we need some money, you know.
We don't need that. Don't need any of those. That's pretty cool looking, but I don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. What rims does this have? Oh, these have some cool different rims. MD5 rims. Nah, these are all kind of wimpy rims.
Not junk, Jaywa. Not junk.
It might be junk, but we're going to need it because we have a lot of things that we have to accomplish on these maps without a lot of help. So junk or not, it stays for now.
Like, personally, I would use other
do
trucks,
not.
but Arthur likes to use trucks specifically to maps, so we need to keep that truck.
Well, it's not even that. In order for us to move the trucks from one map to another, it would cost $50,000, $60,000, $70,000.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's why.
I forgot in
that's
hard mode
why.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, hard mode it makes you pay to move those trucks.
Yep, that's exactly why I'm doing it.
And the nice thing is it's like money that we have ready to sell if we need it.
Right.
Whose idea was to do this
overcoming.
series on hard mode?
I
Arthur's.
mean, I would say the viewers asked for it though. They did. The viewers were asking
yeah,
for
because
it.
the viewers like to see you in pain.
Right. Hang on. Where did the other sticker go? Did this
I'm
not...
still convinced that's why people love My Summer Car so much, because they love to see you get frustrated.
Oh, it didn't do that. This has, Micah, this truck has all-time diff lock and all-time all-wheel drive.
Oh.
Ooh.
Then
But we
that
could
would
just
be a
leave
good
it as the
candidate.
auto with the special gearbox.
yeah.
That is a... That is a weird looking truck.
Now, when I first drove it, I hated it because the mid wheels would always get you stuck.
Oh, it just ran out
You
of
know,
gas.
like when you're cresting any kind of hill or anything.
Yeah, but now you can raise and lower them.
But now you can raise them, so they're really good in the mud then. But
Micah, can you tell me around to the front so I can change the paint?
what, you out of gas?
Yeah.
Where'd all your gas go?
It didn't have much.
It didn't have much yet. Probably burned out on the way over.
Oh, that's right. I don't have fuel. That's right. Yep.
Should I grab this sideboard trailer over here and drag it with me?
You
Go
can
ahead and
if you
drag
want.
that around, Micah, and I'm going to take this one in the garage and customize it up.
Okay.
No, I didn't get any cookies.
Oh wait, it's got metal planks in it. Thought it was empty.
I tell you what.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna go get some fuel.
I'm gonna leave it here for now, I guess.
So no high range on the ink. Yeah, we'll just leave it for now. Okay, there's a free
Am I
race.
getting close to that upgrade, Micah?
Let me see.
Because I don't see it on my map, so.
Yeah, it's in the woods. I think you passed it.
UOD tube.
Pass it.
I think it's just it's on the other side of the trailer. I think it's to the right in the woods.
Oh, okay. Back where the trailer is there.
Yeah, but a little farther back.
Okay.
Spare.
Yeah, because that's why I wasn't sure. I can't see it on the map, so I wanted to. If it's like not right off the road, I'm not gonna see it. So that's why I wanted to.
47 Inco.
I don't know
So-
why I can't see it on my map, but
Ain't no gas in it. What should I make? Put the bigger tires on the Ank, Mr. Micah, or no? Just leave them for now.
I always use the
UOD2.
the duals in the back.
UOD2s.
Yeah, with the chains on them. But it's up to
I
you.
don't have.
Usually
I
those
don't
on it.
have the chains, unfortunately.
Then just leave those. Those are just fine.
Okay.
see, here's where they need to give us the ability in Snowrunner, like in Farm Sim and stuff. Let us get out of the truck and walk around. It'd
Yeah.
be nice to scout the woods out before I just go driving off into the woods.
Right. Like, is it safe for me to take my truck here? Because this seems not safe.
Because, like, Micah says it's back here somewhere, but I'm not sure. I can't see anything, and this is pretty sketch.
Oh, not back in there. A little
Oh, see,
you
I'm
want
going
to
the wrong way.
go down back the road up some more.
Oh,
And
down
there's
the
another
road.
clearing. There's another clearing just that you passed earlier. It's hard to explain because I don't know if your map is oriented the same way as mine is.
Like, right now, I am looking.
Nope. There.
The way mine is set up, I'm looking right straight back to Mountain River is on the
There we
top
go.
of my screen.
Okay, so you need to head north.
Strawberry
road.
milk.
North again on the road.
Head back up this road, and then, like,
It
in
should
this
be on your
little
left.
clearing to the left here.
Yep, I think that's right where it's at.
Okay. I will go look at deer.
I'm sorry, honey. Have some bread. Have some peanut butter and crackers. That's what we got.
Was there no food in the house?
Eggs.
I had to go to Dollar General tonight because I realized I had no food in the house. Went to make dinner, and I'm like, oh, I have no food.
I've got no food. We got spaghetti noodles and bacon
I had eggs.
already made.
I had Alfredo sauce, but no pasta. So I was like, I could just eat sauce, I suppose. Aha, there it is. Yeah, it was like right off the road. I just missed it when I was coming down the other way. A raised suspension for something. Forgot to see what it was.
All right, so that's done.
All right.
Actually,
Unless there's anything. Unless you
could-
guys got anything else, I'm gonna grab this trailer that's down here and just drag it back to the garage. I guess.
okay, I think so. No, aside from unlocking and then you can. We still need to unlock this map, so.
Right. We're still unlocking more stuff, but well, because let's see. The garage. Where is the garage? Right where you guys are at right now.
I'm gonna share a little gas with you here.
Yeah, because to get to the other watchtowers over there, I gotta go your way.
Wait,
anyway,
are you in the other truck, Mr. Micah? Who's in the other truck?
No, I'm in this truck.
You're in the dairy?
Yeah.
There's 67 liters. Bring it on around.
No, back over here, Arthur. I pulled the scout trailer over here.
Oh, to fill up for us? Ah. Sweet.
So before I leave the game, we'll take my crocodile and fill this up.
If we have, do we have bread? I don't even know if we have bread, honey. Honestly, I'll have to look.
Yeah, I'm bringing it to the garage right now.
I don't know how you can be hungry. We just ate like dinner.
This is a nice little truck. I need to get this on my own game.
What, the Tattered?
It's a great truck.
Hang on, Micah. Go ahead and pull that around to the front because I need to take it in the garage. I missed the
Whatever
sticker.
this thing is that I'm driving right now. What is this? The crocodile?
I'll just jump in the attachment.
Yeah, that's the DLC truck. Did you buy one? Did you buy that DLC, Tate?
Probably not. I guess I don't have it then.
Okay.
I haven't bought anything since I got. Well, I got this. Is it one that came with the season pass or no?
No, you had to buy them separate. Yeah.
Separate one. Okay. Yeah, I love that. They're like, I hated that with Snowrunner. They're like, get the season pass. I got the stupid season pass, and they kept putting out DLC that weren't a part of it. I'm like, really?
I know.
Yeah.
I'll never do that.
I'm like, this is so dumb. Like, no, I'm not buying season pass.
Well, but here's the thing.
Like
Okay, fair enough. But here's the thing. No matter what, you still got the same amount of product because you still got all the DLC.
Yeah, but I didn't get what I wanted.
Yeah, but I didn't get everything, and I didn't get all the cool little trucks.
But what you see? But you see what I'm saying?
Means whatever comes out in that season.
But you
get.
But you still pay the same amount of money, is what
Like,
I mean.
Like when I bought the season pass for Farm Sim, I got all the DLC. Like if I buy a season pass, I'm expecting to get everything that comes out during that season.
I know. I know. I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I'm saying is,
right. It's the principle of it. Like I still bought them, but it's just frustrating. It's like,
yeah.
When you say, here, buy the season pass to get all DLC, and then you release DLC that's not a part of it, that just irks people.
Yeah, and it did. It rubbed people the wrong way. But all I'm saying is it's still the same amount of money. No matter how you look at it, they would have charged either more for the DLC if the trucks were free, or for the season pass, or charge less for the season pass and then make you pay for the truck separately. Either way, you would have paid the same amount. So now where this goes wrong is like with Farm Sim, you pay for the season pass and then you get a bunch of stuff that you don't want.
Right.
So like, and I like the orchard tractors. I thought they were cool, but a lot of people, and I totally get it.
Well, and
we're ticked off because they're like, I don't want these. Right. I want
and I'm used to that because whenever you do buy a season pass for DLCs, you are taking a risk because you don't know what the DLCs are going to be, and they might be things you want, they might not be. But when you pay for one and then there's DLC that aren't included in it, then it's like a whole different level of like.
Right. Like, wait a minute.
I just wasted money because I bought a season pass that didn't even include all this stuff you put out. Because honestly, I don't even think I used much of the season pass stuff. I've used the DLC, like the Jeep. I used the Jeep a ton. I had to pay extra for that. I had to pay extra for the Western Star.
Right.
And those are the ones I use. Like I'm using the ones I had to pay extra for, not even the one I spent the money on the DLC for. Like,
in the first place. Well, I use all the DLC stuff too, though. But yes, Domain.
I haven't explored all the maps.
So basically, the DLCs were the maps, but they also gave us a lot of. They did give us a lot of free trucks with that too. But then they wanted to make more trucks and then charge us more, and I think that's Right. So, but yeah, Domain. I'm sorry. Go ahead with your question. Moni avoids you. Moni avoids. Wait, no. Moni wants. Babe, sexy bum. There is bread in the cupboard. I don't know if you can get hacked in co-op, but if you don't close your game so that it's not like private. People, hey, no problem, Feared, no worried.
Anyone can jump.
Yeah, people can jump on and like sell your trucks and stuff like that, or wreck your trucks anyway. Maybe they can wreck your trucks.
Can you join a random game in Snowrunner?
Yeah,
because I always have to join a friend's game. Like,
no.
Or maybe that's just how I join you. I guess
people that do it publicly, not a whole. Honestly, Feared, it probably wouldn't be worth joining. We've got a couple more. Things to unlock, and then we're done for the night. We've been going for an hour and 51 minutes. So, to be honest with you, we'll get you next week. We're just finishing up Alaska here. Yay.
Uh-oh.
Well, finishing up the scouting of Alaska. I need to be clear. Yeah, I always do friends only too for that reason. But yeah, I it depends on what it is. But you can I don't know if they can get into developer tools. But then hey, we'll see you, Louie. But then again, the other point is they can't really do that much aside from wreck your trucks.
Right, they can't sell your trucks.
Yeah, they can't sell your trucks. They can just wreck them. So. Oh, that would be horrible, Feared. There you go. He's saying for co-op, in hardcore mode, they can steal all the fuel and repairs and then just leave.
I would say hardcore mode, yeah, you definitely don't want to.
Which is one of the reasons, honestly, and we had talked about that earlier, Domain. One of the reasons why we don't just open up our hardcore to like everybody to play multiplayer. I've got certain people like Feared and Tayloa that have been here since the beginning, and know
we're not gonna mess with your game, but
right.
Some random person that starts watching it and they say, "Hey, can I play?" You let them on. Next thing you know, all your stuff's ruined and you got all this money wasted.
Right. If it was the easy version, it's not a big deal. But because it's hardcore, you have to really kind of watch what you're doing.
Even, if you had like some random person join and they decided it'd be funny to take one of your trucks and drive it off a mountainside and just smash it up, so you had to pay all this money to fix it. Because in hard mode, you got to pay for everything. So. Whereas in regular, it's like, who cares? Oh, no.
I actually better go get it because it's in the water.
What's the matter?
That upgrade, I better go get it because it's in the water.
Oh, the one I just unlocked?
Yeah.
Okay. I just saw the ankle by.
Okay, so you see the big lake out there?
Yeah.
Along the coastline behind that factory, there's a P16's big motors out there.
Along the coastline
of that little lake behind the factory.
Okay, but where it says warehouse and search and rescue.
Let's see. No, it's kind of in the dark a little bit. See that little lake just north of the garage? That little lake. The little lake. Yeah.
Okay.
It's right in the middle of the map.
Okay, in the middle of the map is an upgrade.
Yeah. Well,
which side?
Along the shoreline. Right behind that factory.
From where we're sitting, it's on the factory side?
Yeah, of the lake. Along the shoreline.
I already know how to do that, Feared. That's how whenever we have an issue and we have to, like, recover because the game sent my truck into orbit or someone else's truck into orbit, I'll go in and edit the file and put my money back because I consider that the game not playing correctly. So,
you mean like that time Micah was flying around Michigan, man?
Yes, and like dragging my truck with him. Yeah, we paid for the recoveries and the repairs using the file editor or the text editor.
When the loaf became, remember the loaf and the trailer went flying in the sky?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, speaking of trailers, I ended up abandoning that trailer back there.
That's fine.
That's okay. Because we'll need them later in the game. So.
Yeah, there was a little hill on that path where I wasn't able to get it up with the, like I wasn't able to pull the trailer up the hill with this truck. You need a bigger truck, so.
Ride the lightning.
But I'm on my way back to the garage right now.
Yeah, make sure you just put the games on private, honestly, Domain. That's the best way to get around it. Then you won't have people coming in. And if you put them on private, your friends can join, but no one else can, and that's the best way to do it. Or use the invite code.
Private, invite only, private, friends only, or invite code are always the best way to go for games.
Yeah, don't ever do public, because that'll... Something to cuddle.
The only time I ever play public multiplayer is when I'm playing Call of Duty. Other than that, most of these other games.
So, wifey, do you want Snuggles, or do you want peanut butter on toast?
Peanut butter on toast.
Why not both?
She can have both, but she has to come down to eat peanut butter on toast. I'm certainly not taking toast up into the bed. That's the worst idea ever.
That's a big truck with a lot of lights coming my way.
That's me. I know, you have 3 dogs. How can you still need something to cuddle?
Oh, do I got to drive all the way around to get to the garage? Oh, my God.
I know, me too.
Straight through the
I went the wrong way.
Ah!
What are you doing?
I'm gonna get you for that.
Instead
God.
of waiting for me to move, he just tried to go around through the ditch.
Your truck is way faster though. Oh, and I got no traction because it's ice. Ugh.
Oh, my truck is so much. Yeah, you're not catching me.
No. Only 3 dogs is nowhere near enough to cuddle. And you need cuddle, scratches, and
this truck is really good on ice for not having chains.
Does
It
it?
does have chains.
It has chains on it.
Oh, does it have chains?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess it does. That's why. That makes sense. I don't have the lights on.
You're like,
It's dark, so I didn't see them.
Oh, you can turn it back on.
Nah, it's actually easier for me to see without the lights. Just glare off everything, especially with the ice.
I think you left the one vehicle running.
Uh-oh, which one?
The deer.
Oh, great. And that thing burns like 80 gallons a minute just sitting there. Freak. Ugh, thousands
Anybody
of dollars
need
down the
fuel?
drain.
No, you didn't. No, it was.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have those feared, so...
Could you fill that? Fill the scout trailer with fuel?
Yeah, where's the scout trailer?
Do you need me to, you guys need me to...
It's right there.
Do you need the company
by the
credit
garage
card?
to the right, or your left a little bit.
Well, you're not here behind me, so where else would you be? So I need to go down to the ghost line here.
Okay, so we got those upgrades. That
Where?
one's there. We just need a couple more.
I don't see any trailers.
It's behind you. Scout trailer's right
Are you
behind
sure the upgrade's not on the other side? Because I see
I
something
see
over
it on
there.
the map, but I don't see it on my... Well, that's weird.
There's a truck or something parked across the way with a yellow... Must be a mission.
Scout trailer's acting goofy.
Yeah, it is. It's in the
Okay.
ground.
Yeah, don't mess with it.
I'm not
Don't
gonna
do it.
touch it. It's gonna end up flipping me through the air somehow.
Well, if it flips that truck, it's not a big deal. But we should let Arthur try to.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'm getting this
Yeah,
uppy,
because
uppy
that's
grade.
what you said, scout trailer, and I looked over there. I'm like, there's no scout trailer. There's just some metal sticking out of the ground. That's because the scout trailer's stunk into the ground somehow.
Another freaking engine, because we needed another
Or the
engine.
P16.
Okay, that actually does need an engine. Up we go.
Okay, so to tell you, Loa, do you want to head out to that one? I think I'm gonna stay here with the ink.
Did I end up filling that up or not? I don't remember.
I'm on my way back. On my way back.
Well, we still got 2 more towers to get.
Filled up
I've
the
got my
ink, filled up the dairy.
cool truck. I was wrong. I just can't live without you. Baby, come back. Meenu, meenu, meenu. She never
So
does.
where am I headed? There's a watchtower.
Watchtower, yeah.
Another watchtower. So I'm gonna go get that one, I guess.
Living room. No, I mean upstairs. She hates... Every time I try to get her to watch TV, she's like, I hate the couches. They're so uncomfortable. So she's not in the living room. Okay, what am I doing with the scout trailer?
Getting it out of the
it's
ground.
buried.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of hook onto it and pull it out so it sits normal. Just be
I
careful.
might as well wait and see if he gets it out, and then I'll fill it up.
And then just release it.
I bring it to you. I bring this way.
There we go.
Phew. There you go. It's all yours. He tried, I don't know what you're talking about, but double cropping on Elk Mountain, wheat and beans. You're able to do both on the same year?
Ooh. Okay,
You-
well, I put a little bit into it. I need to still keep some on mine.
Tay,
What?
you did double cropping on the Wisconsin map?
I did?
Yeah, he said you did.
No, Cameo did. While he was watching my stream the other night.
Oh, I get it.
He was watching my stream.
Yeah, you've gone out for a walk. It's pouring rain. There's no way.
Yeah, that Elk Mountain you've been running on actually has a different schedule for cropping. You can double crop on it.
Who's going for the near tower? Anybody?
Me. The one to my left.
What are you doing, Micah?
I'm just gonna sit.
You taking a break?
I'm gonna go grab. Oh, go ahead.
The Yank just uses too much fuel to go get a tower in it.
Right.
You know.
Oh, forward.
I'm gonna go grab a tower and then I'm gonna go to the fuel station because this thing is running low on fuel after I filled up the scout trailer.
There's another scout trailer, I believe. Out that way, I believe.
Out that way. All right, I'm gonna go to the second one then, Tay, while you're doing that one.
Okay.
I know you didn't go for a walk. You never go for walks, and I would have heard you go out the front door, and it's pouring rain. There's no way. You can have some of ours, Jeremy, man. It is like, my backyard is a pool.
Literally, you have a pool back there.
I have a pool, right? Well, yeah, that's true. It's a pool. This is a pool that I don't want in my backyard. A literal pool.
You got a moat around your pool.
Freaking, you ain't kidding.
Isn't there a nice big ditch back there by the train tracks?
Yeah, you're upstairs in my bed, in our bed. Yes, but our yard dips first, so it like all sits in the backyard. It just there's like a good 20-foot section of our yard all the way across the back that is just mush. I don't know. I know tomorrow's supposed to be okay weather-wise because I've got a lot of photo shoots tomorrow. Oh, no. Supposed to get wet, heavy snow. Great.
Supposed to be 85 tomorrow.
85? Oh, you're in Florida. Yeah. Well.
He's like, wait a minute. What? Where are you? Oh, yeah. That's right.
To be honest with you, that's too hot.
I think it's
freaking
80s
bed.
is fine. If it gets in the 90s, then it's a little bit warm.
A little?
I like heat.
No, 12 to 8 inches of snow. What?
Who's
Where?
getting 12 to 8 inches? They're probably in Canada or Alaska.
I took some really big risks that I probably shouldn't have taken just now. Russia. No, Gwen, are you Michigan? Oh, shoes and socks. This was a really bad idea. Where's the road? Okay, there's the road, though. Okay, so I should be okay. I'm all right. It was 72 on Friday.
72 on Friday, and now you're getting 12. That's why I left.
Yeah, because it's the promise, right? It's the promise. It's like, oh, it's so nice. Yeah. It's so nice. Oh, God, it's snowing. Right. No!
Well, that's what I used to tell people. I said the real reason I left the north isn't the cold itself, because I don't mind the cold so much. Like, if it was, 6 months out of the year it was warm and decent, and then there's 6 months, half the year it was cold, half the year it wasn't. It's the up and down. It's the 75 degrees one day and then snowing the next that I was getting tired of. I was like, my body couldn't take it. It was just driving me nuts.
Yes, I do, honey.
At least down here, there's just two temperatures. There's hot and less hot.
No, I do have a wedding on the 24th. What do you mean I don't? I do. Left.
Are we accepting any pass? Or no?
I mean, you can. Yeah, it's fine. I love this truck. It does take a lot of fuel, though, but... I don't think it's in Kentucky, not that I'm aware of. I don't usually go out of... I mean, I go to Columbus, but... Hang on. Let me see.
It actually wasn't that bad today. It was like in the 80s, but for Florida, the humidity wasn't bad. I mean, I was out I went out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and went and played basketball. It wasn't too bad.
Oh, is it the 23rd, honey? Okay, it's the 23rd. There you go, feared. So you have nothing to fear. But why is it? Why is it? Why is it for the love of God and all that I believe in? Thankfully, not me. Why? I would do a good job. But no, we don't. I don't. In general, we don't do anything out of state or in the. Hey, thank you for the follow, by the way. In the south of the state, like Columbus is about as far as I usually go. Sometimes Toledo.
So right now, all you're doing pretty much is scouting out maps. You're not doing like the bridges and all that stuff.
Right. I mean, if we have to get something back, then yes, we will. But in general, we're trying to avoid anything other than just getting everything unlocked with enough money to make it through the map. So, all right. So
what's the long-term goal with this series? Just unlock every map scouting wise, or eventually come back?
No, we're going back. Oh no, we're going back. But the idea is
scout everything and then go back and complete stuff.
Right, because we're going to have all the parts. We're going to have all the trucks, and we can pick and choose each map like what we can use. Obviously, some maps like the Yukon only give you the 770G. Well, you're not going to do a whole map with the 770G, so we're going to have to bring like a twin steer.
Right.
But we'll be able to afford to bring a twin steer because we've done all, but we'll use all the trucks that we can, and then whatever we need to bring, we will. But because they're so expensive, to transport, we won't be bringing a lot of stuff, just what we need. So,
how much money do you guys have right now? Myself, I think I only have about 8,000 because I haven't been playing with you guys all that much.
Let's see. I've got 100 almost.
I've got 100 as well.
Okay, the Paystar 5070. Which one is that? Is that the tall one? Or not the tall one? Is that the 10-wheel drive one, the 5070? Wow, that's crazy, Feared. I'm glad I missed that one. Usually we don't have drama brides. Once in a while we do, but... Have we done all the maps tonight? Was that it?
Yeah.
We're done? Sweet!
You have to push that. You have to figure out, go to your...
You've got an upgrade to find over there. Did you grab that one, Arthur?
I grabbed one over here. It was erased. Okay. Sweet.
Oh, you passed one, Arthur.
I just got one back there. Is that what you're talking about?
It's down by the water.
Yeah, it was down by the water. Yeah, I got that one.
Well, why is it still up on my map? Oh, maybe because I didn't come out of the map.
It's not on my map anymore.
Well, I'll just wait till you guys are all happy. I guess meet me at the tunnels then, right? Which is our map? Northport?
Yeah, Northport. But that one's the Northport one is
blocked.
Yeah. So the only thing you have to do is just come if you want to drive back to this
to that garage.
This garage, and then fill up your vehicle with the crocodile. Fill it up.
Okay.
And then just store it, and we're done.
All right. Wow, that's crazy. So we're done with Alaska. Mm-hmm. It's a party.
You don't have to fill that up if you don't want to.
Who, me?
Kaloa.
Okay.
There's only
hey, there's gonna be a party.
It's okay, just fill up, just bring it back, and then when Arthur gets here, just fill his up as much as you can.
And then you'll fill it up later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's only 90 gallons left in the tank.
That's fine, because just park it in the front of the garage.
Okay.
So are you gonna go out and buy the gator now that you've used it?
Crocodile, yeah.
Yeah, the crocodile.
Maybe.
It's a good little truck.
It is a pretty nice truck.
I just like it because it's so ugly. And then I love the old, like, Chinese paint schemes that it comes with, like the brown, the blue and white, and the brown and white, like the.
I like the tan
Is this a
green.
Yeah, the
Is
tan
this
and
a
green.
repair
Yeah.
trailer over here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go repair it up because I
Boing.
whacked the tree earlier.
Just don't use all the points to make sure.
Yeah, I don't. It's not too bad. I just want to fix it up.
So where do we want to go next? I'd say from this point they're all kind of hard, aren't they?
What's the button to
No
bring
one's
up
even.
the player stuff?
No one's even. Hold down the D-pad.
If I'm using the keyboard.
No idea.
Okay.
Maryland? You mean Maine? The one with the M.
The one with the M.
I didn't know we had a Mississippi map. That is an M and lots of S's and I's. Turn to the right. I don't think Maryland. I mean, Maryland. I don't know. There's some mountains in Maryland, but no, we're gonna wait because we're doing Yukon in the other series. We're gonna do that one last.
Need a West Virginia map.
Yeah, West Virginia would be a challenge because it is very hilly, but the trucks couldn't go anywhere because it's just all trees.
And this map isn't all trees.
Well, yeah, I guess you got a point.
It's all trees with little paths everywhere, so, there's that.
Trying to figure out how to get out to that road, but that won't. Let's see, that bridge is out, but we can bypass it close by. Oh, I missed the road. Dang it. Well, we'll just make it into an adventure.
Now there's 73 gallons left. That was still enough to refill our 30 minutes back over there.
I did take some from a little scout trailer that was over on the other side of the map, so I'm not like super hurting for gas.
Dang, that thing holds a lot of fuel.
West Virginia. Mountain Mama.
I apologize, Micah. I may have dinged this truck up a little bit.
You're fine.
It doesn't look so pretty anymore.
Oh, it's not so pretty.
I mean, the right side is fine. The left side has some damage to the front end. I don't know. I don't even remember what I hit.
And I'm going to throw that out again for those of you that have come in late. If you have not already given away your Twitch Prime subscription, please throw it our way. Helps me pay for my cable bill. Keep the streams rolling as best we can with the crappy internet that I have. Hopefully changing over pretty soon to fiber optic. Or as my son Ryan called it when he was little, Fopter optic. Oh, there's a gas station too. Should I fill up there? Maybe I should.
If you want.
I don't want to wait.
Go
Yeah, I don't want to waste all of our resources. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
I mean, I would say this truck will need to be refueled at some point anyway, because it is getting old.
Oh, you'll get your. Oh, wait, what just happened? You'll get your chance to see us do it, Beavertown, because we are going to do it. So
Do what?
the nightmare that is the Yukon.
Lake Cove?
No, I think Lake Covid's easy compare. No, Lake Covid's pretty tough too.
I hate that. I tried to go get the 750 and gave up.
Yeah,
on
we're
my
gonna get
first
this.
one.
We're definitely gonna get the 750.
Something's going on here. On my screen, my profile says we're only 8 of 23 upgrades unlocked.
It's because it's not a scout cameo. That's why it doesn't have one. They didn't give the autonomous winch because it is, even though we're using it as a scout, it's technically a truck. But Cameo said he got it too, Mr. Mike, and he loves it. The Croc.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great truck. I think the Peninsula should be next, don't you think?
Cola, yeah. That's fine. We can start doing them in chronological order.
But make sure you check your profile to make sure we got all the upgrades.
How do I know?
Well, if you go to your profile.
We have
F4.
contracts. What's it under? Achievements? Contest? Crux?
If you have profile highlighted, then just choose the region, like Alaska, Michigan.
Ah, okay. Alaska, right trigger. Vehicles found, 8 of 8. Upgrade unlocked, 21 of 21. Beaver Town's at 22 of 23. No, 21 of 21.
For me, because I haven't played with you guys, mine shows
It looks like we're missing one upgrade.
zero vehicles found for me, but yeah, it does say 22 out of 23 on mine too.
What?
Upgrades.
I'm at 8 of 23.
Oh, hang on. Whoa, hold on. I looked at Alaska. I looked at the wrong one. Hold on.
Hi, Simone.
No, Michigan is Michigan is 21 of 21.
Right.
No, Alaska.
We're in Alaska.
Oh. Yeah.
22 of 23.
22 of 23, so we're missing one.
Where is it?
Where is it? We're missing we're missing two from Tamar.
Right.
Do you know which ones they are or no?
Not without going back to the maps to look.
Even Simone's like, you looked at Michigan, stupid. You're in Alaska. Ooh, look, I have $10,000 now. Ooh, I made money.
So we missed. All right, so hang on. How do we figure out?
I know. Okay, so I think Taloa missed the one to the north.
To the north.
Yeah. So that little road that I had you start going on, remember? The road following the river? There was a Y at the far right corner. Just up into that river there, there's
on this map?
Yeah.
No! Well, we'll have to pick it up next time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
So we're not quite done. Moni says hi, by the way, Tay.
It's because it doesn't show anything on my map, so I can't see them, so, yeah. Unless I saw it by the road, I would miss it.
So can you see on each map which... Taylor said he can show us.
Do you see it on your map, Arthur? A missing upgrade?
No, but I've never seen any of the upgrades anyway that have been like hidden like that. So
I'm gonna Google this. What map are we on?
We're on White Valley.
White Valley.
So there's this one. So are we missing two or just one? And how do you know which way is north? Because right now, north is not the same as it is now.
Well, you spin your map, then you talk to your friend.
There's north. Okay, there we go. The compass, yeah, there, I got north now. All right. So all the way north to the right, right?
Yep, all the way north. You see how the river...
Yeah, there's that Y. It's
up
in there.
The very top.
Yeah,
yeah. Right down in there.
We'll just get it next time. We came so close to being done, but we're not. Hang on, I want to get in the middle here.
Oh, I see. It's on that little island there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't go off that way. Okay, I know where it's at now.
But we're only missing one in Alaska then?
What clicking,
Yeah,
honey?
it's just that one back there. Wonder how long it would take me to go get that.
You hear clicking? Oh, another engine too. Perfect. I say if it's just an engine for the Hummer, let's just skip it because who cares?
What is it?
An engine for the Hummer.
Are we sure?
Yeah, we can get it next time we're here.
I think that's the military engine.
Yeah. Fierce's is for the Hummer or for the Jeep. It's one or the other or both. Oh, it's for the Jeep as well. You're right, because they use the same engines. All right, guys. So I guess that's pretty much it. We'll move on to the next section because I think we're good there. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this series of videos. We definitely had fun making them.
Oh yeah, it's for the and it's just the 8. Yeah, it's just an engine.
Yeah,
The Hummer, the base engine in it is fine.
Yeah, and honestly, we're just going to be using it for light scouting duties anyway when we come back. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video as we got some more trucks added to our garage, and we unscouted. We unlocked many parts of the map that we had not unlocked before, and now we're done in Alaska, so we can move on to the next region, which is awesome. Now we're starting to fly through the rest of the game, which is good, and we'll be ready to move and get started in the game seriously when we come back from all the scouting. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night, and we will see you next time. You guys want to say bye?
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.